Hey, this is Tim with Sailing Scarecrow. Just wanted to follow up a little bit on my review on this NeedOne 48L cigar humidor. It's thermoelectric. If you have not seen the first video, my problem was that this temperature gauge up here was always reading 5 to 7 degrees colder than the air temperature in my room, despite the fact that I had this thing set at about 74 degrees because it's winter time where I live. So I didn't think it should be cooling at all, and I thought it was. Well, found out that even though I had reached out to NeedOne and they had not responded to me, it was a little bit of a communication mix up there. I went to their website and tried to contact them, but that's in Hong Kong. I bought this through the NeedOne Amazon store, and you need to contact NeedOne through Amazon when you buy it there. But they did reach out to me once I figured out how to connect with them, and they said that this thermoelectric with cooling only, I don't have the heated version, is designed to run 5 to 7 degrees cooler than the ambient air temperature, which is not in any of the listings or information that I've ever read about, not just theirs, but any thermoelectric. So I thought that was a little weird. So I thought about returning and getting one with heat, because in order for me to keep my cigars at, say, 68 degrees, keeping my house at 75 degrees in the wintertime, one, it'd be way too hot. And two, it's like, who's going to pay that gas bill, right? It's crazy. So I thought about returning it, but I ended up not returning it. I just didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to find another one that actually worked. So what I ended up doing, and I didn't record this, but I want this temperature to be around 68 degrees is where I like to keep my cigars. So what I ended up doing was I bought a terrarium heater for reptiles. It's a little flexible pad. It's a 6x8 inch. It has a range of 54 to 125 degrees. I ran the cord through the back of the unit. I cut the electrical cord, and then I fished it through the drain of the unit itself. And then I reconnected the electrical cord with a couple of butt joints and put some shrink wrap over the top of that. And then along the side of the edge here, I have the thermostat for the unit. Way in the back there is a temperature gauge. I set the unit at 68 degrees. Still have my Cigar Oasis humidifier inside this. And I'm not sure if you can read this, but this thing is reading exactly 68 degrees. It's been running for about 24 hours now. So I think that's how I solved my problem. So if you are going to buy one of these, not just NeedOne, but any thermoelectric, get one with a heater, because if you live in a cold climate, there's no way for you to keep your cigars at a desired temperature unless you're going to run your house super hot, and obviously that's not going to really work for me. So but yeah, I complained a little bit that NeedOne was not very responsive, but I just contacted them through the wrong email address. So if you do buy one of these from NeedOne through the Amazon store, contact them through the Amazon store, and they were actually pretty responsive. I probably should have returned it and switched to one with a heater unit just so I didn't have to screw around so much, but I ended up doing this. The little heating pad that I bought on Amazon was 28 bucks, and then it took me about an hour to rig it all up and put it back together, and now it seems to be working fine, like how I think it should work. I think that when you set the temperature at 74 degrees and your house is 70, that this thing should not try to cool. It should just eventually become the ambient air temperature. But according to NeedOne, that's not how thermoelectrics with cooling only work. So am I happy with the unit? Yes. Obviously there's the mirrored front, because you can probably see my camera. How I have this thing rigged up now, I have a drawer, the slide out drawer itself, then the shelf, another shelf. Then this is the little bucket with humidity in it, because it's winter time in northern part of the United States. I have that, and I have my Cigar Oasis unit down here as well, and that allows me to keep the humidity exactly where I want. Did another shelf, my old wooden humidor. I actually took the trays out of it and slid them in here, just make it easy. Have another drawer up here, and I've ordered another drawer from NeedOne because I want to replace these shelves. I just like the drawers a lot better than having these open shelves like this. So overall review of one of these, they're pretty good, I think. But if you're going to order one and you live any place where you want that temperature in your room to be the same as your humidor, get one with the heating and the cooling unit, because if you go cooling only, it's just basically a mini fridge, and you go buy a mini fridge. They're a heck of a lot less money. But I ended up jury rigging mine a little bit. It worked pretty good. It's pretty handy, so we'll see how it goes. So right now I would say that NeedOne as a product overall, it's a good product. Just get one with the heater. The cooling only unit, they're pretty worthless in my opinion. So I made that mistake, but NeedOne did respond when I finally did to get a hold of them. So any questions, hit me up in the comments. But overall, it's a pretty good little unit. It looks good. You can kind of see my TV to my left, so it all kind of blends in. I just have it sitting on a cheap table from IKEA right now, but it works great, and it's a lot easier to manage the humidity than a straight up wood one, especially in an area where I'm in northern Iowa or near the Minnesota border, and the humidity level up here in the wintertime is about 25%, which is worse than the Sahara Desert. So cold climates in the wintertime, it's really tough to manage your humidity. But that's the follow-up, but hope that's a little helpful for you when you're trying to decide what kind of unit to buy. Bottom line, get one with a heater in it, and you'll be happy. Enjoy your cigars. Take care.